Appreciate the patience here, guys. Unfortunately, we did have to have a remake, so the draft will probably not be up in the VOD. But either way, we're going to hop into this one. Very nice drafts from both sides. The Shadow Shaman pick coming out 5th overall from xGame KZ. A nice counter pick in that last pick. Earthshaker as well coming out for mYi. So got to favor mYi's draft a bit here, but they certainly do have a timing window. Lycan, Troll Ward, Axe, Tricore coming out from xGame KZ. And in the late game, they're going to look super scary, barring a very nice vac wall into an Echo Slam from the combo of presumably what will be Mitch and Lizard. But we will see who picks up these heroes thus far as we hop into this one. 4th game of the day, and of course the last one of today's coverage of Group C. We'll have some more Group C coming your way in the next 2 days. That's the 19th and 20th of January, and Group D coming up on the 21st to the 23rd. I am MySpeaks, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. This is HeflaTV. Thanks for joining me, guys. Should have a really good matchup for you here. We've got both teams currently undefeated, sitting at 1-0. Vega currently 1-1 and 5-3. Unfortunately, despite some pretty good play against Vega this morning, are sitting at 0-2. So this game definitely going to be a little bit foretelling as to the standing of the group stage overall for Group C. These two teams presumably will be the ones that are battling it out for that top seed. Either way, Dyer's side, xGame from Kazakhstan, going to introduce the lineup. Looks like Stallcat taking the Axe over to the offlane, accompanied by the rest of his duo. Could this be a level 1 Roche here? We will see if that's possible. Reeves going to pick up the Shadow Shaman. We've got Mantis on the Lycan, Vlad playing on the Dazzle, and finally Bignum standing in from Album Sheet, going to be playing on the Troll Warlord. He's been doing a lot of standing in lately and is certainly a very good player. 7k plus MMR over in Europe, so definitely an asset to xGame for this one. Either way, on the side of mYi, they looked awesome this morning versus 5-3. They GG'd them out in 17 minutes. We will see Cole pick up a safe lane Razor for the time being. It looks like Milan going to play on that core Earthshaker, perhaps in the mid lane. Lizard up on the Vengeful Spirit. Mitch playing on that Darkseer. And finally, GG picking up that Juggernaut. So 5-man movement comes out from xGame. They're going to drop the Magic Bush Ward here, blocking out that camp. Also, they'll drop another Magic Bush Ward, dropping out this camp. So definitely a little bit of expended economy coming out from xGame in this one. But either way, should be nice to stifle any pull attempts from this safe lane by the Razor supports. However, I do expect a dual lane off lane here from GG and Mitch. Very effective combination is the Seer into the Juggernaut. So things looking good thus far, and I don't think too much pulling will be attempted by mYi, so I feel like this is kind of a waste of 150 gold for xGame. But either way, they will be able to get a little bit aggressive in this offlane dual lane with the Lycan Dazzle, and they will be able to secure their Lycans from some farm. Going to be an interesting matchup in the mid. It's going to be an Earthshaker up against a Troll Warlord. Range advantage definitely here for Bignum, but the Enchant Totem will be at the ready for Milan, and he's fairly tanky. 2 base armor on the Earthshaker will be just fine, especially for who is often considered a support hero, one of the more tanky ones. Definitely Cole does have the range. Bottom will be harassed out a bit by Vlad, but should be just fine once Lizard comes into lane here, and he will drop a sentry down, but it's a little bit short here. Interestingly enough, placed by Lizard. That won't catch out this Magic Bush Ward, but he should be able to find that out now. And actually, first blood is found in the top lane onto the Juggernaut here, so the call was there as well as the Ether Shock. Apologies for missing that one. Lizard is going to end up de-warding this, and Cole will be just fine. Static linked up a bit of damage here from the Dazzle, and will be able to help himself. Last hit, jump back into lane from GG. He's got the Ion Shell. Will he be able to get into range of Reeves? He will not, and he barely does as the tower comes in. Cole is now quite in range, but Stallcat not going to look to jump in as he is fairly low. Ion Shell popped up onto the creep wave, and GG going to look to farm some of this up. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Link goes out onto Mantis, but Cole will be backed off for the time being, and it looks like this off lane from mYi is where we will see most of the damage. We'll have the VODs up very shortly after this game. You can watch this combo in game 1 of the Darkseer Juggernaut, and it looked extremely good. You get that shell surge off before the Battle Fury, and GG pretty much can chase down any target with a lot of tick damage being dealt. And they're not willing quite to dive underneath the tower, so that's the one thing for them. They are going to have to keep the creep equilibrium in their favor in order to get this combo off reliably. But either way, Bignum pretty low in the mid lane. Fisher only level 1 right now for Milan. He's going to pop that illusion rune and perhaps look to aggress into Bignum a bit. But he's got a full salve, should be just fine. Wrapping around from Mantis here. He is going to be scouted out by this creep, and Lizard going to rotate over. Does have the magic missile available to him, but not going to opt to use it here. And everything going to stagnate for the moment. Cole farming the best on the board, 11-4 to the 11-0 of the mid lane Bignum, and his laning equivalent in the axe for Stallcat. Only 8 CS to him right now, but should find a few off of these creeps here. Cole going to take a little bit of a harass as he's backed off underneath his tower. Mitch soaking some XP from the low ground on the Darkseer. Should be able to find his level 3 here shortly. And Mantis and Vlad farming up the creep camp here from the Radiant side. Lizard is going to try and soak some XP. Cole pretty deep underneath his tower, and he is going to miss out on quite a bit of farm underneath the wave here. So Mantis and as well as Vlad doing a good job using that shadow wave and those extra units of the wolves to put a lot of damage into them here. Lizard's going to scout out this camp, is blocked here, doesn't have a sentry he had to commit to unblock the small camp here, unfortunately for him. Is going to be a little bit behind here. He's rotating towards the mid, perhaps looking to stack something up for Milan's Earthshaker or even GG's Juggernaut. But either way, Shackle goes out top lane. There's the Battle Hunger, and the Cull is there. Despite the Blade Fury, they'll get the physical damage from the Helix off. Mitch will look to chase him down with this Ion Shell. He's not going to even put any right clicks into him, very smartly so. Won't take any damage from the Helix, but the movement speed is there from Stallcat. However, he will be brought down by Mitch. Nice return kill going the way of the Darkseer, but GG's Juggernaut not doing very well this early on. Reeves opting for that cookie cutter build, does have 2 points in the Shock, which is a fairly effective nuke at level 1. Milan being manned up on mid by Bignum, and he's going to throw out a Fisher. Nicely blocked in is Bignum. Lizard will rotate in with that magic missile, but Vlad going to rotate in as well. He's got a point in that grave, so any aggression coming from mYi side going to be staved off. xGame looking very good in this early game. Mantis has now surmounted the top of that net worth, or CS board, I should say, despite being in the off lane, and he's looking very good. Milan, however, going to pick up his Echo Slam fairly soon here, and that'll be able to get some aggression going, especially with the surge offered from the Darkseer here. Berserker's Call gonna whiff in the top lane. Stallcat a little bit short on that one, and Bignum also farming very well in the mid is gonna find his Battle Trance as well, as the Echo Slam does come out here. Level 5 for the Darkseer, sitting on the top of the side laners with Cole. Lycan not quite level 5, is level 4, as is the Juggernaut, but Stallcat sitting on level 5 as well. He's going to throw out a Battle Hunger onto GG. It's only a level 1 Battle Hunger. It's very underwhelming. He'll get a quick last hit as well to remove that. And other than that, things very passive in this early game. However, Lizard looking to make work of this top lane dual lane, which has been able to kill off the Juggernaut a couple of times. We'll take a look at the Dire Vision. They don't see currently Mitch's Darkseer or Lizard's Vengeful Spirit, and they do have the Surge for the initiation. Mitch is going to find out the axe here. Surge at the ready for Lizard. Will he pop it? Not quite yet. They are going to look to dive the tower here, though. Reeves gets into the tree line. He is going to look to turn and Shackle. TPs are inbound from the Dazzle, and Lizard is completely caught out here. He probably will look to fall fairly soon. Berserker's Call not even needed. GG going to run in with the Blade Fury. However, the Berserker's Call is keeping Stallcat pretty healthy for now. Ether Shock will be there. The Magic Stick keeps up GG, but it's only momentarily. And mYi already feeding over a couple kills from that rotation mid lane. Echo Slam comes out from Lizard. Bignum with that mischance though from the Whirling Axes is going to stave off any aggression, and the kill attempt from Milan will be stifled here in the mid lane. Lizard going to rotate in. He's only level 2, however, and the bottle from Bignum has been filled up, and his regen is there as well. He's sitting on a full HP and mana pool, and things not looking very good thus far for mYi. Fisher is just a glancing blow coming out from the Earthshaker in the mid lane. Mantis going to be able to salve up. He will be hit with the Plasma Field though, and that's going to cancel it. Very good game sense from Cole, seeing those wolves rotate in. Did know that the Lycan was somewhere nearby, or at least anticipate so. And top lane, the magic missile is going to go out onto Reeves. GG is here with the Blade Fury. It's not going to land, however, and the Berserker's Call is available from Stallcat as well. That's going to catch. The Ether Shock is there from Reeves. He's got a Hex and a Shackle as well. Surge forward from Mitch. He's rotating in. Magic missile goes out onto Stallcat. GG is here. No Blade Fury for a little while. It's only level 1. Very underwhelming. Vlad going to rotate in with the Poison Touch. Ether Shock is there. Hex as well onto GG. He's going to look to put some right-click harass, but the Shadow Wave is going to bring him down. One last right-click is there from the Davil. Reeves staying up with the Shallow Grave, and Mitch trying to find him. He's going to get slam dunked. And first one from Stallcat coming out there. I said good day, sir. And that Grave doing work now for xGame. 6-1 overall. No rotations in from Milan. He's farming up in the mid lane. 1,800 gold on him, however, so is fairly close to that Blink Dagger, and we'll be able to pick that up in due time. But they are going to need it very, very badly. Desperately needing that Blink Dagger for Milan in this mid game. It should be a sub 10-minute Blink Dagger, which is nice. Top, he's actually going to catch a Fisher out onto Vlad, but the Aftershock not going to hit from that Enchant Totem, and Vlad going to be able to back off just fine. The bottle will be filled up here for Milan, and he's not too far off that Blink Dagger now, so that'll be nice for mYi. He's the only one keeping up in farm. Cole not bad as well, but GG hampered quite a bit in ways of his farm. He will find a nice fat wave underneath the tower here to help him recover a bit, so he is going to have to find a lot of these last hits. He already actually misses one, so things not looking the best for this Juggernaut thus far. Will find some solo time, however, as Bignum has been accompanied by his 2 supports in this mid lane for the time being. And looks like everything going to stagnate. 8.5 minutes in. Lizard and Mitch also rotated into this mid lane. The surge into Echo Slam is definitely a possibility here. Milan going to find that blink, however, fairly soon. One more last hit needed here, and with the Enchant Totem Strike, he should be able to kill off this creep fairly easily. Going to get zoned back, however, from those melee form Whirling Axes. And he will find a last hit there to finish up. Enough for that blink. It'll be bought up on the Courier. Meanwhile, though, Mantis and Reeves with that early Vlads on the Lycan are going to find this Roshan. They are going to ping out Cole, who is going to scout them out with the Plasma Field. He's going to jump in to the wards, however. They are not in range to finish him off. Lizard is coming in. Eye of the Storm is popped as well. That's a physical damage nuke doing a lot. The wards will bring him low, but the Echo Slam is there onto 2. Grave is up, though, onto Reeves. Roshan going to smack down Milan, and actually Reeves finds the last hit there. Aegis going to go the way of Bignum, and Roshan kill still going the way of xGame despite losing their Lycan. They pick up 2 of the highest worth cores in the Earthshaker and Razor up from mYi, and that is a 900 experience swing, 700 gold swing going their way, and effectively a 1700 gold swing going their way because they picked up Roshan. Meanwhile, Blink Dagger is picked up on Stallcat as well. Battle Trance going to be popped mid just to farm up a little bit. And Mitch not going to be able to jump into the face of Bignum here. He's very scary quite right now on this Troll Warlord. Does have as well a Haste Rune and the Aegis, so can play super aggressive. Looking with a +1. He could find out Lizard in the river. No vision, though, quite yet for the Dire side. Actually, there is a high ground ward here, so they did see Lizard rotating over. However, they are just going to look to farm the side lanes for now. TP's to the top lane. They are going to catch out Mantis here with the Ion Shell. They may be able to bring him down. Jump forward call onto 2, though. And the dunk is there onto the Darkseer. Nice call by Stallcat. That'll sound the retreat as well for Mantis. And that's a huge loss for xGame in the sense that they should have had a kill on the the Lycan, but they actually lose their Darkseer and they get the Lycan out. GG does have the Omni Slash in the mid lane, but too many units here currently, and Bignum does have the Aegis as well, so not the most ideal target to use up that cooldown, sitting at 130 seconds at level 1. And jump forward, Cole bottom lane onto Cole. He's going to be ward trapped as well, shackled up, easy dunk, going to come in here for Stallcat. That's his 4th kill of the game, and the Aegis was popped mid lane, and they may be able to bring down Bignum. Big Enchant Totem Strike is there. Omni Slash even committed. It's not going to be enough, though. Bignum with that Haste Rune. He's bottling up. He's backing off. Jump forward from Milan. Fisher just off cooldown, and Bignum will make it out. Huge once again. xGame being able to remove themselves from danger more often than not in this early game, and things looking very, very poor thus far for mYi. xGame has amassed quite a big lead here, and we'll take a look at the metrics. Almost 7,500 in the way of net worth. To be exact, it's about a 6,400 net worth lead, and we do have about the same in the way of XP. So steady lead being generated by xGame. And the fact of the matter is, with that tri-core of the Lycan, Axe, Troll, Warlord, they have the late game as well. So recovery is going to need to happen for mYi, and it's going to need to happen fast here. But without being able to use that Blink Echo Stomp to any good effect thus far, except to bring down Bignum's Aegis, we do definitely worry for mYi and their ability to control the tempo in this one. They definitely did want to be the ones initiating with the Darkseer Surge, with the blink from the Earthshaker, but the early blink from Stallcat, as well as everything else that is available to xGame, has been able to control the tempo up from this one, and a lot of return kills coming their way. Milan was looking to be pincered here. Bignum can catch him with the ranged axes, but they're a little bit short, and Milan going to be able to rotate out just fine. Meanwhile, not much else found in the way of item progression aside from the blink for Milan for the side of mYi. Nothing on GG. Barely anything on Cole. He's going to be able to finish up a set of drums, as he does get that 875 for the recipe now, but really nothing scary coming out. Only a soul ring up onto Mitch. We take a look at the hero levels as well. Bignum sitting at level 11, and they're going to chop down this tier 1 top very easily. That's well ahead of anyone else on the side of mYi. Highest is level 9, shared by both Cole and the Earthshaker. They are going to look to take 2 towers here. Glyph is available for their tier 1 bottom. They definitely should be able to pop it here from the side of xGame, and they will to delay things up. Mitch going to rotate in top lane. He'll surge out and try to drag back the creep wave. He will be successful in doing so, and it will look like we'll see some backing off happening. TP's bot lane are aplenty, however, and Lizard going to get dunked up. He'll be the first one down. Cole is up in 3 seconds as well, and with the battle trance, they will be able to chase down Cole here. Easy Call, going to be dunk number 2, Ink, and the pit trigger a little bit quick there from Stallcat. Actually, he didn't get it off, so Bignum just able to chop down Cole's Razor. Meanwhile, top lane, Ward Trap out onto Milan as well. Reeves is there with the Shadow Wave onto the Wolves, as well as the Shackle. They're going to chop down Mitch as well. And this is almost becoming GG territory. 14 minutes into the game. 14-2 is your score. A kill a minute going the way of xGame. They're going to find their 3rd tier 1 tower as well. And that's the last of the tier 1s for mYi. Bignum even going to find the last hit there. Very nice for him. He's got a casual Yasha in addition to an Ogre Club, so perhaps he cleans up a SNY here. He could just pick up the BKB as well, and they don't really have too many answers for the BKB. Of course, they have the swap as well as the Enchant Totem Strike, but the Aftershock is not going to hit. The Blade Fury not going to do anything through that either. They do have the swap, as we mentioned, but not even level 6 yet is Lizard, sitting very low on the board, all the way at the bottom, and a lot of that experience of advantage going the way of xGame is by virtue of those supports, but mostly from Bignum, who is now sitting almost at his level 12 to the level 9 of Earthshaker and Razor for Milan and Cole, and things looking very good for the side of xGame. Full Necro is going to be picked up now for Mantis on this Lycan, and that is a very nice pickup for him. We'll be able to accelerate the push. He's almost got enough for those level 2 Necros, only needs about 100 gold from that. We will look to find a 4-man smoke. They're going to bait out Mitch in the mid lane as well from mYi, and this is certainly what they need to do off the back of their Blink Echo Slam. They need to start finding some return kills, and they need to find big priority ones. Finding this Dazzle here will not be enough for them. They need to find something like Bignum, or perhaps the Mantis Lycan, maybe even the Stallcat Axe here. They will have the smoke pop from Lizard, so perhaps they know someone is around the corner here, but doesn't look like they'll find anything, and not going to bear fruit for this smoke. Unfortunately for them, they've got their bottom lane pushing in. They're going to have to defend that soon, and being as no one is present there, they are well aware of this for the side of xGame, and postured up very defensively. Axe is farming the hard camp here. Bignum just now showing his face by the rune, and meanwhile, Omni Slash is going to go out onto Vlad, but he'll get the Grave off. Stallcat looking for a reinitiation here. And jump forward. Echo Slam is only onto 1. It does have the wave there. Very nice Enchant Totem Strike, and the Fisher's there. Stallcat is going to get off the call to increase his armor, but GG rotating in. He'll be able to blink back out. Battle Trance used, meanwhile, bottom lane from Mantis as well as Bignum. They'll bring down this tier 2 with relative ease. No glyph even used, and they will look to take down the tier 1 for a trade mid lane. Poison Touch goes on to Milan. He'll be called up, however, with the Whirling Axes there. Shadow Wave Bomb from Vlad will finish him off. The melee whirling axes will go out through mid. Lizard is not sure exactly what he's doing. He's going to feed over his life here. Bignum brings him down. Very nice vac wall coming out from Mitch, but no follow-up is there. And even the culling blade used to finish off one of those illusions. And meanwhile, 2-0 going the way of xGame. They also take down this tier 2 in the bot lane, as we saw. And the last hit for that tier 2 taken by what seemed to be Bignum. Yep, Bignum takes that. Razor takes the tier 1 hit in the mid lane. Only now, though, Mask of Madness picked up for GG, and his item progression is absolutely abysmal, as his experience progression on this Juggernaut, only sitting at level 8. Battle Trance pop mid lane. Wards are not up here, but they can't mount the defense, really, from the side of mYi. No Echo Slam available for them for another 75 seconds. No Eye of the Storm, even. And the Omni Slash is also down. Cole is going to find a static link with the Fissure onto Reeves. They'll bring him low, but the Plasma Field already used in order to bring him that low, and they won't be able to kill him off here. Stalcat was going to look for a reinitiation, but going to think better of it for the time being. 2.5 minutes until Roshan is up. Actually, about 2 minutes and 10 seconds at this point. Bignum going to scout out that it is not quite up yet, but full Necro Books ready for the Courier now. For Mantis's Lycan, and I don't know that they have an answer to this. Of course, they have the Echo Slam, which is very nice, but it is going to bring Milan pretty low when he brings down that melee Necro unit, and they should be able to bring him down under the cover of one disable, whether it be Berserker's Call, Hex, Shackle, or even a Bash from the Berserker's Rage from Bignum. So definitely very worrisome now for mYi, and picking up that Juggernaut DS combo, not quite as fruitful in this game as it was in the first. GG is going to look to try and recover some of his farm. He really needs that level 2 Omni Slash. Level 1, only 3 jumps. It's not even long enough to get off an extra hit from that Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness only gives you 1 extra hit in level 2. Jump forward from Milan. He'll find an enchant totem. Fissure is there as well. No Echo Slam for another second, and won't quite have the kill potential on Bignum. Reeves, Dire Vision, barely going to scout out Juggernaut perhaps as he walked into that camp. But he will be found out here from GG. Omni Slash at the ready. He's going to blink out. Good reaction from Reeves there. Unfortunately, GG not able to get that one off. And big play there from Reeves. Giving over that kill to the Juggernaut perhaps allows him to find a lot closer to his level 10 there. With Reeves currently sitting at level 11 above the Juggernaut. Things looking very bad. Meanwhile, top lane call goes out onto Mitch. He will be Berserker's Rage up, but Battle Hungered up. Excuse me, but he'll be able to surge out for the time being. Bignum not quite there to get there in time. He does finish off a BKB on the Troll Warlord, and things looking very good now for xGame. Taking a look at the metrics, 15k. Net worth lead going there, where a 14k in the way of experience as well. Cole is scouted out here by a Lycan Wolf as well as a Dire Ward, but it doesn't look like they're willing to dive too deep for this. Perhaps they're just waiting for Roshan, which is going to spawn in about a second here. Vlad going to be lucky enough to walk in and scout this out. Will he? No, he actually walks out as Roshan spawns. Unfortunately, there was a ping there, however, from the Vengeful Spirit from the side of the Radiant, so they do know that this timing, if they've been diligent about it, is about the window for Roshan to respawn. It's actually pretty much a max spawn here, and Mantis will now scout it out. He's going to ping it out to his comrades, and they will be able to bring this down real quickly. But the full man smoke is from mYi. They've got very good pit fight here, and since the battle trance was popped, they definitely can jump in. Echo Slam will be dodged by the BKB perhaps, though, from Bignum. The Plasma Field will go out, but the Lycan Wolves are here to scout things out from Cole. He's going to pick up that regen. It's going to be instantly, nope, not cancelled by the Wolves quite yet. And the high ground ward was placed by the Radiant sides. They do have vision of Reeves as well as Bignum here, and perhaps from the high ground they look to find something. No Dire Ward quite yet. Lizard looking for a swap. He'll drop the Observer Ward on the high ground. He won't be able to get into range, however, for that swap at level 1 is very short range, and we will do the Roshan dance for the time being. 16-2 is your score. 21 minutes in. They're only going to commit Mantis to this pit. He certainly can solo it up. Vlad going to throw in a Shadow Wave from the outside. Howl is going to be popped. GG's going to have to make something happen. Jump up to the high ground. They're going to find Reeves here. He's going to get static linked up and should be brought down, but well worth the Roshan kill for the Lycan. Stalcat going to look to go high ground and call under the wards, but he won't be able to do so. Vlad looking to find something as well. Milan is postured up with the Echo Slam ready if they jump forward. Stalcat is going to whiff. the call. Milan gonna have to blink down to the south, however, and this will leave his entire lineup vulnerable here. The BKB pop by Bignum, he'll clean up. GG. Back into the wall is onto Stallcat, but it's not enough with the wave of terror there. Plasma Field will be ready in a second, but it won't bring anyone fairly low. And Battle Hunger goes out to Nicole. It'll slow him down. He'll be able to get off the surge and look to chase down Vlad here, but the Shallow Grave is available. Bignum will zone him back with those melee axes. Jump forward from Stallcat. Call is onto him. Nice swap out from Lizard, and he will be able to fog, but the one last axe will clean him up, and one last right click as well from Bignum. Double kill going the way of the Troll Warlord. Overall, 4 down from the side of mYi. Aegis picked up as well from xGame. They've got their top lane pushing in, their mid lane pushing into their side as well as the bot lane, and it's looking to be GG territory here, folks. 20-3. We need one more kill for the dream for mYi here. 420 Blaze It Inc. Unless we find a kill for xGame first of all, and we may just do that. GG though, looking to find out Vlad. Bot lane, the Grave is available as well as the mech. He's got the Omni Slash ready, but too many units here. They're going to be able to hex up GG, and you just ruined the dream, xGame. That's just so mean. Could have just let their Dazzle die there, and it would have been 420 Blaze It, but either way, jump forward from Stallcat with the Blade Fury pop. Nice swap out from Lizard, but he'll drop super low. Necro units will finish him off. Whirling Axes will finish off the Earthshaker as well, and mYi gonna tap out here. Super convincing game from xGame. We did have 3-2-2 briefly there, guys, before the Earthshaker went down, but either way, one last dunk coming out from Stallcat, and M-God, Mantis God coming out from Vlad here. Beautiful, beautiful play with the Sanded Bignum from Album Sheet from xGame, and just absolutely rolled over mYi's lineup. mYi's lineup a little too early game centric, and with their dual lane failing as it did into the axe there. Well laned by xGame and well played. A nice transition to bring them down early game, and they definitely also had that late game secured. So very sound performance from xGame. They'll take a 2-1 or 2-0 record, and mYi will fall to 1-1. That leaves xGame at the top of the heap right now in Group C. This is the end of the coverage for Bridon League today, guys. Be sure to join us once again tomorrow. We've got Bridon League starting at 13:30 CET with Vega versus 5 and 3 over here on HTV1, as well as I believe some JDL. Yeah, we do have some JDL tomorrow at 15:15 CET. That'll be Myth Trust versus Awake, so a nice SEA game for you there as well. So thanks again for joining me, guys. I am mYi, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. This is HeflaTV. We'll be seeing you soon. This is MRP signing out.